Hello, my friends, and welcome to Oil and Gas Guru, the channel for oil and gas optimization. Okay, um, today we're going to talk about a real case. By the way, all the cases that I have on my channel are real, and also the results. But this time, by the way, we have talked about optimizing the inflow from the reservoir to the well and optimizing the production from the bottom of the well to the top of the well, and also from there to the facilities. This case is about from the well to facilities. We have, like I said, a real case where we lost part of the installation, and uh, when we lost that flow station that burned, like the title says, everybody thought about rebuilding the flow station in the same spot. And we're going to talk about the case where we took another action that was much better than that. So this is the case. Uh, all the flow stations, we have all the flow stations here, and the wells right here. Each one of the wells, they have a flow line to the manifold, which is the flow station, and there we separate the gas from the liquid. By the way, the gas is not in this case only the liquid. So the liquid is pumped from the flow station to a gathering system that takes everything to the dump farm, which was on land. And in here, we get the oil ready to be sold and the water ready to be disposed. Okay, so that's the case we had. So what took place here? Like I'm telling you, each one of the wells has as a vertical flow line, a flow line and a vertical and the flow station. The gas is separated here and sent to the compressors, and the liquid goes here and is pumped to these trunk lines. So that's the case we're talking about. So what do we have simulated? Every one of the wells simulated to the manifold, which is right here in the flow station, is right here in the flow station, and these are all the wells from that particular flow station. The pumps, they pump the liquid oil and water to the system I told you about, and we had every well simulated with the inflow performance curve to all the system. Okay, what happened? What happened? This is what took place in the flow station. Okay, the separation of gas and liquid. So everybody was happy producing. And by the way, there were two risers very close to the flow stations. And normally the risers, what they do is they allow the flow lines to connect, and you know, and even the liquid and the gas system gets in the risers sometimes. So we lost this flow station right here. We lost it. Fortunately, the platform where the trunk lines were passing, it didn't suffer anything, so we could still be pumping the fluids to the town farm. But we lost this flow station, and the wells were doing nothing. Like I said, what everybody thought about the plan, the obvious plan, was to rebuild the flow station right here. That was it, because the insurance would pay it. But since we had everything simulated and we had these racers very close to the wells, we decided to do something else. We decided that it was much better and cheaper and better for the wells because the back pressure would be reduced. We decided that the wells should be aligned to these racers after we built a manifold and a separator there with pumps. Uh, that's the action we decided because the simulator was telling us that we were going to get a better results in talking about production. So that's what we did. And let me tell you something that we had a very serious, I would say, struggle for this to be done because it was an important change in the philosophy of the gathering systems. They were not used to this, but that's what engineers are for, to create, to innovate things, new things, because we didn't apply any extra technology, when we simulated this, because the places were there, I mean, the races were there, the separators would fit in there, the pumps, everything was with, because we saw the dimension of the racers and we knew it could fit there. And we said, why are we going to build the flow station if we don't need it? And everybody wanted to build the flow station, install it again here because they had the insurance. But something else. We were going to build one of these flow stations in the field. So instead of building it here, we decided to do this, and we told the insurance we want to build it, but we're going to build it in the south where we need it. We don't need it here because we have racers very close to the two flow stations where we can separate the gas and the liquids send it to this flow station, to the tanks of this flow station. So this is what we did, but the message here is that I think it was $10 million that we saved that with this action. And we also increased the production around 300 to 400 barrels of oil per day. So this is, like I said, this is what engineers are for, to think, to create, to innovate, and to save and to produce more oil. Okay, so this is a very important case with very good results. So how did we do this? Oh, by the way, this is my well. How do we do in the simulator? We have all the wells simulated to the flow station. You know, all of a sudden we lost this flow station. The flow station was not there anymore. But we had, like I said, we have some installation very close. What did we do? We put a new flow line to these places. We built a manifold here. We separated the gas and the liquid. The liquid was being pumped to the tanks of the nearest flow station. That's what we did. And how did we get some oil, some extra oil? Because some of the wells were producing around here because of the back pressure produced, of the back pressure of this. And now that we're going to produce it to the tanks when the pressure is lower, we could move the transportation curve here, and this was extra production for us. That's what we get, my friends. Those are the cases that we have done and that uh, we have done with very good results. And I know most of the installation in the world has some opportunities like this. Uh, that's why we need to study and optimize. This is what we do normally. So that's what we did. The facility was built with existing materials. I mean, what we did, what we built those racers, that was existing things that we had in the salvage, and we just, put it in good condition, and we built the installation. By the way, when we did this, we had to inject some chemicals to the liquid part to go to the tanks of the other flow station because it was kind of the pressure got kind of high. But we solved that. The wells had a reduction back pressure, like I told you, and the insurance paid the installation and it was built to the south where it was on project. Huge savings and a production increase. So, my friends, this is a real case, uh, and I know many fields in the world have these opportunities of optimizing. We just need to study them, okay? And this is the right way to work. Today's prices of oil, they don't allow too many employees. So we can work for you online and help you do this. You just have to give us the data, the information, and we can do it for you. I know I have I've uploaded cases where we optimized every, we have optimized the well from the reservoir to the well. And when we are in the well, from the well to surface, and from surface to the flow station. This is a case from surface to flow station. Okay, my friends, hope you like it, and tell your friends to subscribe. I know we can learn a lot, and I hope to see you around. Thank you very much.